Robin Black coming to you live from Gregory's Coffee in New York City on 31st Street. UFC 217 was last night. I am hungover because I went to Michael Bisping's after party, which was super awesome. But that guy really likes to drink vodka, and so do I. So I'm drinking the biggest coffee that they have. It's called the Honey Badger. It is almond, cold brew, almond milk, and honey. It's fucking tasty. I'm heading for China in about half an hour. So sadly, I'm running out of time. But that was fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. The whole night. I love fighting because I love martial arts, and I love, the physical and tactical nature of it all. But I realize a big part of why I like it is it's inspiring to me. I see these people striving to be brilliant, to be great, to accomplish something great. Did you sniff coke with Bisping last night? No. And there didn't seem to be any drugs around there, which is probably a good thing. These guys take a lot of damage. They shouldn't do drugs. And no, he wasn't on drugs. And if you see me ask a question, it's because you may not see it on the screen, but I see questions popping up here as I'm doing this live. So I look at these guys and these people, and I see them as inspiration and motivation, but I also see it as a lesson for how to live your life. Martial arts, striving for greatness, constant improvement. It is a microcosm of self-awareness, constant development, knowledge, growth, all of those things. And that's been the lens I've been looking through fighting for the last 6 or 8 months, maybe because I became a freelancer and it was time for me to figure out how to progress. I don't know why that is, but fighting has always changed for me. I'll go through periods where it's just about technique. Look how incredible it was. This happened, and then when he did this came. There'll be other times where it's about the mental, and now it's somewhat about the philosophical for me. But George dropped Michael with a left hook last night. And when you really look, I'm going to talk about the fight itself, and I only have about 15 minutes. I got to fucking pack my shit and go to the airport. I'm going to China, World Kung Fu Championships. It's a great pleasure. So, round one, George is fighting way out on the outside. And I'll tell you this now. I didn't say it before because George is a friend, and there's a certain amount of journalism I'm doing. I was making a documentary, but I'm also a friend. And hi, Australia, Perth, what up? So he said, I want Michael to be so concerned with my wrestling. What do you mean when you say philosophical? Philosophical is the study of reality and how you see it. That's my version of it. The study of the self and how you interact with reality, how you understand what it is to understand. The study of thinking. That's philosophy. And I'm sorry, I'll get back to the fight in a second. I really appreciate that question. We think all the time, but do we ever ask ourselves why we think the things we do? Or did we choose to think that? Or am I just reactionary? Did I get mad or sad or happy as a reaction to a stimulus? Or did I have some control over that? And once you start to study those things, that's what it is. Neuroplasticity related, for sure. Neuroplasticity is how your brain is able to change, and you can change your brain. When you study Cody Garbrandt or T.J. Dillashaw or any of these people, Michael, Dana, you can study how they think, and you can think that way. So, philosophically speaking, the study of martial arts isn't like how do I punch, but why do I learn this? How do I learn differently? How do I see the world? And that's all very, very... Rose spoke about her mantra. Rose is fascinating. I got another one on Rose. We'll talk about that. But this chapter of my life, metacognition, thinking about thinking. Yes, thinking about thinking. Why'd you eat those Doritos? Did you really choose to, or did a television commercial make you think that, and then somebody made a flavor that made you eat more? Like, how much in control of your own self are you? And that's that to me has been the best chapter of my life, is understanding that. But so George starts fighting from the outside. He told me he wanted Michael to be concerned. He's bigger and he's stronger, and he's seeing him doing all this stuff, and he's thinking about his wrestling. He wanted him to be concerned with his wrestling. He felt it would give him a chance to really play from the outside. And he brought in karate champions, and he's been training for a long time in his own gym that he built in karate. And I got to train with him and his team. And it was incredible. And round 1 was all about that. Round 2, he did wrestle, and he got a little fatigued. You saw him get a little tired after. Round 3, he's doing quite well, but as he takes Michael down, Michael is elbowing him in the head, and he's cut. When he gets up, I know George, and I know these guys' level of awareness. And when he gets up, somewhat aware that there's a minute and a half remaining, he's not really sure how much, but as blood is dripping into his eyes, he will know there's a chance that when he goes back, when this round ends, they might stop it due to cuts. So he opened up. Because he doesn't want to lose, and you might lose if this round ends. So you got to take some risks, and he did. And that's where he got into those exchanges, and it was a slip, I think, and then another left. And, you know, Freddie will get credit, as he should, but the game of karate and his team of karate players, it deserves a lot of it as well. But it really was incredible. And Mike's a fucking brilliant fighter, man. Brilliant, truly brilliant fighter. You know, carving George up on the bottom. I also went in and I had an hour or a little more with Professor Danaher, George's jiu-jitsu coach, and they very specifically were concerned about Mike's get-up. So, like, we can take him down, but I don't know if we can keep him down. And they were right. Mike kept getting up, and when Mike did choose to stay down, fucking carved George up. So it was an incredible fight all around. But I do have to get going, guys. I'm getting on a plane to China, and I really appreciate you guys. I'm very happy for my friend George, but I'm very sad for my friend Mike. But, you know, again, I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for lessons about life. And I was at Mike's party. He's sad he lost, but he understands. He's so aware of where he is in life. He's conquered everything. He's fought the best fighters in the world, and he's beaten most of them. You lose your title to the greatest of all time. You are a UFC champion. His wife is beautiful. Imagine the damage George would give to Hendricks if they fought. Yeah, you look at the difference between George and Hendricks. Hendricks keeps fighting. George takes the time off and becomes stronger and smarter. Think about it. You know, think about the different paths of those two. George's time, he needed that. Hendricks never took it. But felt bad for Mike, but it was fun. I went to his party. It was positive. His wife's beautiful, and his kids are amazing, and he's got a great, incredible life, and he does things related to fighting that he loves. He'll fight one or more times. Mike should be proud of that fight forever, as he should be proud of all of his fights. He's a brilliant man. It's a gift to get to have been alive doing my job in an era where that man fought. Because I learned a fuckload from Michael Bisping, and I still will. He's going to be around for a long time. 1, 2, 3, 1. No more fights, whatever. I think 1, but we'll see. His son is a harsh critic, it's true. We'll see. But he's going to be talking about fighting on TV. He's going to be charming and funny and smart, and he's going to be around being influential. He's one of the few guys who actually, if Dana White ever stepped away, could actually do that job, you know? It's a privilege to get to be an analyst in a time where that guy fought. And that's true of Anderson Silva and Demetrius Johnson, and I love my job. I'm incredibly grateful that I get to do this, and I'm incredibly grateful for you guys. And I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to China, commentating the World Kung Fu Championships. Please follow me on Instagram. That's where I hope to be able to have the easiest access to sending photos and videos from China. It's at Robin Black MMA. And I appreciate you guys a lot. I gotta pack my shit and go to China. Love you. Until next time, enjoy the fucking hostilities, my friends.